Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And if we're going to put this video anywhere, I suppose we're going to have to file it under "You couldn't make it up, could you?" I'm about to do a piece, and I couldn't believe what I was reading as I was reading it. Um, and I'm lost for words. And so will you be. But imagine people so stupid. I mean, we're not even talking like stupid humans here. We're talking the IQ of an amoeba with a hangover on a bad day. And they're charged with educating people, making decisions about medical matters. And I don't mind that as much as the fact that it's my taxes that are paying for this shit. You're not going to believe it either. So I think the simplest thing is I will put myself down in the corner and we will have a look. I'm just going to put myself down in the corner and go with this because it's unbelievable. Yeah, let's look at this headline. But look at it. I'm going to try not to get angry. I'm going to try and do this one with humour because otherwise it's just, well, anyway, look. Student midwives. Now, before we get into this, let me just say that currently midwives are a major problem in the NHS. They haven't got enough they've only got about 30% of the midwives they need. It is a massive problem. They can't retain them. There's midwives that are leaving. They're begging older midwives to stay beyond pension age. Younger ones are like, well, you came in to do this, but in actual fact, we didn't realise the job was this bad and the conditions were this bad, and they're leaving in their droves. Midwives, major problem. Let's get that one straight. So what do? Do we say, right, look, what we're going to do is we're going to improve conditions, improve pay. We're going to make your training brilliant. You're going to be respected. No. What they're actually going to do is say, well, we're not giving you a pay rise. Your conditions aren't improving. And you're going to be ridiculed even during your training. And we're going to make you do things that are so stupid, you're wondering whether you're actually receiving training or joining a circus. Here we go. Student midwives are being taught at university how to help biological men give birth in trans-inclusive manual, even though it's scientifically impossible. By biological men, we don't mean women who are pretending to be men who have got pregnant. We're talking men, like me, men with prostates and testicles and an average-sized penis. But they're training midwives on how someone like me can give birth. I mean, I've had a few big poos. Is that the same, girls? I don't know. You know, drop the kids off at the pool. That would have been a bad one. Any old ho, let us have a look at this. Students on a £9,000 a year undergraduate course at Edinburgh Napier are shocked. I'd be shocked after paying £9,000 a year for this shit. But anyway. Coursebook claimed biological men can get pregnant and give birth. Clues in the word there. Biological men. Actually, here's the thing. Do you know, and I happen to know the answer to this one, do you know how many biological men have ever given birth in the entire history of the universe? Not one. Because it's impossible. But it's in the book because inclusivity, trans rights. This is a medical journal for medical professionals that they're paying a lot of money for, taught to people that we want to go into a hospital and treat us. What planet are these people on? And why aren't questions being asked? Well, they are being asked now. It included detailed instructions on caring for males who were in labour. Well, had a bit of a biryani last night. That's the nearest a man is ever going to get to labour, yeah? It's a joke. It's a joke. Anyway, midwifery students at a top Scottish university, well, I think we need to remove the word top if they're coming up with this shit, university, were taught biological men could get pregnant and trans men could give birth even if they have a penis. You have to worry, don't you? These are the people that we trust with our very lives. These are medical professionals. They need to be fired, disbarred, struck off, chased out of town, and never allowed anywhere near a patient again. They aren't capable of operating as a human being if they're that stupid. If these people are genuinely this stupid, they should have no authority at all. Anyway, Mail Online can reveal the £9,000 a year undergraduate course at Edinburgh Napier University included a woke module on caring for birthing people. No, there's no such thing as birthing people. They're called mothers. And to be a mother, you must be a woman. If you're a man, you can't be a mother because you can't give birth. Stop changing words to suit the agenda of mentally ill people. In a course book that has since been revised, trainee midwives were given detailed instructions on how to treat a male to female trans person during childbirth. Male to female trans cannot give birth. I think either the penis will get in the way, the testicles will get in the way, or the prostate might get in the way. Also, they don't have a womb. But apart from all the actual biological, facts that mean it's impossible, there's also the fact that the transgenderism thing isn't a physical thing. You can call yourself Susan, but it doesn't make you a woman. You're just a man with a mental condition. And I think the people who wrote this book and the people who are teaching this course, they've also got mental conditions. The book's introduction, I'm wondering, the pictures, are they in black and white and they give you crayons to maybe colour in? Because it's the only kind of book I think that would be there. Anyway, the book's introduction stated, you may be caring for a pregnant or birthing person, the word mother, who is transitioning from male to female. No, you can't be pregnant if you're transitioning because you're a man and may still have external male genitalia. You can't be pregnant then. Another section with photo demonstrating details how to fit a catheter in a person with a penis and scrotum during labour. I've had a catheter. Let me tell you, the last thing you want is a catheter. But fortunately, if you need to have a catheter put up your penis, and trust me, it's not pleasant, at least be worried not about one thing. It will never happen when you're pregnant. Ever. Ever. The book also included special instructions for people with prostate glands, which are exclusive to biological men. Yes, we know that. And we may feel particular discomfort. What, when the baby's head's pushing against your prostate? Christ's sake. Several experts criticised the university. No shit, Sherlock. Describing the woke course material as remarkably ignorant about basic biology, sex and anatomy, and mental illness. Bosses at the university have changed the wording to say people transitioning from female to male rather than male to female following the uproar. I would also point out that you're not transitioning from female to male. You're merely having your mental condition allowed to fester slightly further rather than having it cured or treated. These people who are doing this are enabling your mental condition. So they've changed the wording to go from a male to female transition because that's totally impossible to have a baby. Oh, but women, oh, it might be female to male transition. Yeah, but you're still a woman. You're not transitioning. You're simply calling yourself something. You're not a frog. You aren't going from a tadpole to a frog here. You're not going from a caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly. You're a woman who becomes a woman with a man's name and a dapper suit. Or you're a man, but you don't transform into a woman. You would transform into a man with a pretty frock and a nice name. Do you not get it? There's no physical transformation. It's not, ka-jing, I've got a vagina now. No, it's, I've got a gash. I've got a wound, an open wound, where a doctor sliced me open. It's not a vagina. All references to handling a penis, prostate gland and other male genitalia remain, according to Redux, which first broke the story. The way the manual has been edited creates more confusion because it suggests midwives can expect to treat biological females with penises. We all know you can't be a female and have a penis. Penises are exclusively male, although if you ask Sir Keir Starmer, he will not be able to say that. The way the manual has been edited creates more confusion because it suggests midwives can expect to treat biological females with penises. I'm going to leave you a wording there. The wording there is great because I think there's a lot of biological women have had penises. And that's why they're mothers now. But no biological woman goes around with a penis. It's impossible. They might have a bit of forearm that's been cut out and shaped into a tube for urinary purposes. But trust me, love, that ain't no penis. Oh, no, 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 no. Redux did not name the university, but Mail Online understands it is Edinburgh Napier. Ironically, there's a thing called Napier's Bones. It's all to do with logs. These jokes make themselves, don't they? It's all to do with mathematics. But yeah, we're talking a different kind of Napier's Bones. Get it? Huh? The Mail Online has approached Napier repeatedly for comment. Oh, I bet they've declined. Anyway, moving on. Dr. Leela Hanna, a private gynaecologist and obstetrician, said universities should focus on teaching midwives what's actually doable. She told Mail Online a lot of things need to be done to arrive at the technology to be able to do that. A biological man giving birth. Yeah, nothing for at least, I don't know, 400 years. Certainly none of the midwives they train today will have grandchildren that will be doing this. We would have to be able to give men wombs and then put eggs and sperm in there, and I've not seen any publications to say that we've arrived at that technology yet, or even working on it. Let's focus on improving what we do and what's doable, but let's not go dreaming of things that are probably not going to happen tomorrow or ever. Only people who are born female can make eggs, which means it's not possible for a male to female trans woman to get pregnant naturally. Or at all. Scientists believe it is theoretically possible to impregnate a trans woman using IVF when the eggs are fertilised outside the body and then inserted, but it would require a healthy womb for the fetus to grow in, and transplant operations are years, if not decades away from making that a reality. And in fact, not even that, it's way, way beyond that, because it isn't just, oh, I've had a womb implanted. It's the whole endocrine system, it's the whole biology, it's the fact that men, and you're still a man because you've got XY genes, will not be able to have the nursing gene produce the nurse genes, because you've got to think basic biology. When a baby is growing inside a woman, the baby's DNA is different from the host, the mother. The mother's autoimmune system is actually actively trying to get rid of that baby because it is not us. It's alien DNA. But the mother's own endocrine system produces the correct protein folds that allow the baby to continue in there. It's basically in a little, how can we put this, protective force field, but a man's body will never produce them, ever, cannot physically produce them. We do not, as men, we do not have those proteins that can code for that. So this is all bull, isn't it? 75 people who identified as male gave birth in Australia in 2020. Let me rephrase that. 75 women with a mental condition gave birth in Australia. It's crap. I'm not even going to go on with the rest of this. It's just crap, isn't it? Anyway, I'll come up. So how can any university sit there, put this pile of crap out, demand money for people who are doing the course, and do all this with a straight face? Because they've got to know how stupid it is, or they're so stupid they don't know how stupid it is. And if it's the first one, then you deserve your money back, students, and the university needs to be stripped of its sort of ability to issue degrees, because they obviously don't have the ability to not fit for purpose, I think is the term. Or if you're too stupid, you need to be fired because you're too stupid. Either way, this is beyond a joke. I mean, is this the world? Well, yeah, it is the world we're living in, isn't it? But this is why the trans lobby is so bad. They are actually corrupting the minds of students to a point where people are going to die because of medical errors, because, oh, the woke lobby might think I'm an ist and a phobe if I don't do this. And then when people die of medical errors, we know who to blame. Why are we indulging this mental condition? If you are a transvestite, or whatever you want to call yourself, if you're a man who likes to put on a pretty frock, that's fine, do it. But don't insist that midwives have to learn how you're going to give birth in your mind. You sad, stupid, mentally ill people. Don't let this worry you. Just go and see a psychiatrist. He'll make the world a lot better for you. It's madness, isn't it? Anyway, I've had enough of this. I'm going to just say, if you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, stay sane, and goodbye.